conference play. We're deep into conference play, and we've got two of the top teams here. This is going to be a good one.
You got a 6-foot junior out of Birmingham, Alabama, Alexis Dye, jumping it up with Nariah Hamilton, 6'4" senior out of Goldsboro, North Carolina. And we are underway as Coastal wins the tip. Cash brings it up the court. Kicks it to DJ Williams on the wing. Back to Torrey Cash. And Cash gets the scoring started.
And a great play coming out of the first play for Coastal right there. Executed, quick bucket. You've got to start the game off well.
There you see the answer by Jasmine Robinson, 5'6" junior guard out of Augusta, Georgia.
And you can see the confidence that Robinson has right off the bat. Quick trigger and knocks it down.
So turnover there on Coastal. Coastal wants to limit those turnovers today. They can get a bit turnover prone, cannot do that versus these Troy Trojans. And
Nia Hamilton gets called for the foul there. Probably a little jacked up for this game, but she's going to need to stay out of foul trouble to be able to help the Chants.
It's a big-time matchup as Kayla Robinson with the baseline jumper.
Nice little mid-range game. Some people say the mid-range game is dying, but a good shot there.
See Williams, 4-3.
And both these teams are hot. They haven't missed yet. They are ready for each other. And it's already exciting. The atmosphere in here is great.
Jasmine Robinson at the wing. Kicks it to Rogers. Three-point shot is off for the Trojans. Offensive rebound. And the second chance points, another three-pointer. Good this time for Troy.
And one of the keys to the game for Coastal is taking care of the glass. But Troy leads the Sun Belt in rebounds per game, and they get second chance opportunities there.
See Williams with the miss, but Nariah Hamilton cleans up the offensive glass.
Now the shots don't transition well, and look, there's no time to celebrate. There's no time to celebrate the basket that you got. You got to sprint back. Troy ready and takes advantage of it.
It's usually what Coastal Carolina does to their opponents. They love to run up and down the court. This time got a taste of their own medicine as the ball is kicked inside to Hamilton. Back out to Roach. Roach misses on a three-pointer. Winchester kicks it to the corner. Another three-point shot for Troy. This one's off. Rebound by Janae Camp over to Williams. Brings it up court. Williams probes the defense. Hamilton comes out. Wants to set the screen now. She posts. Williams finds Camp. Camp drives it to the cup. No good.
And Nia Hamilton, lucky that she didn't get called for her second foul there. She was a little bit over the back, going for the offensive rebound. But you can see there is a furious pace to this game. I don't even think these girls understand there's a shot clock. I mean, they are as quickly as they can get an opportunity there, they're putting it up. So it'll be interesting to see who really establishes and dictates tempo of the game, because they're going to start to stretch it out.
You see an early substitution for Coastal Carolina as number 14, Kaylin West, checks in for Caitlin Roche. Aggressive drive to the basket for Troy. No good on that shot. Another offensive rebound for the Trojans. And this one's good. By Kate Rogers.
And now you see Coastal push the pace off of a made bucket. Troy not being able to get set in their defense. Coastal takes advantage of it, and they get 2 free throws out of it.
That's what Coastal is usually known for. They make or miss. They run up and down the court. This time, Kaylin West beats the defense down the court, drives to the basket, draws a foul.
And as Troy makes their shot here, they kind of just trot back while Coastal sprints up the court. And I don't care who you are, if you learned any basketball at a young age, they always tell you that you can advance the ball faster than you can the dribble. So Coastal pushes it with the pass, and they go to the line for 2.
West knocks down both of her free throw attempts. Trojans lead Coastal Carolina 12-9 early here in this first quarter. Trojans drive to the cup. Nice looking layup there for Troy for the deuce.
And Troy's kind of getting anything they want on the offensive end right now. Tough shot from DJ Williams. She is a creator. Now Troy pushes it. Coastal not back in time, and the pace is furious.
Yeah, DJ Williams is a tough shot maker for Coastal Carolina as Torrey Cash kicks it over to West in the corner. West drives it, kicks it to Williams on the wing. Three-point shot is good.
And Williams drifts to the baseline there. If you saw, the ball was driven towards the baseline, and Williams was high on the wing. She drifts to the baseline to get open there. We're going to see it here on this replay. Baseline drive, often taught to drift to the corner to provide an angle for that pass, and Williams knocks it down.
The soft touch there on the three-point shot by Williams. She can do it all. Three-pointers, drives to the basket. She's a heck of a player. There you see Williams a little bit off on that shot. Defensive rebound by Rogers, who kicks it quickly ahead to Jasmine Robinson. She sets up the play.
And you can see the pace and the confidence that Robinson plays with. She plays with some fire, and she passes it over to her teammate. Yep.
Yeah, Kayla Robinson for downtown. Troy is letting it fly from behind the arc. See, Williams trying to answer. Her three-pointer is no good. And Troy is pushing this pace. Alexis Dye kicks it over to Jasmine Robinson. She sets up the play.
And Robinson plays with great pace. She's not pushing it. She sees her bigs are tired right now. She sets a play up, and she's dictating the game right now.
Great defense there by Hamilton. Kicks it over to Williams. Williams to Cash in the corner. Pump fake by Cash. She drives to the cup. And she draws the blocking foul on Troy. Number 32, Kate Rogers. And early on in this first quarter, Troy leads Coastal Carolina 19-14. You're watching Sunbelt Basketball on ESPN+.
Margin already, and their three-point defense has been fantastic all year long. If they can limit that for the shots, they're going to get closer to the result that they want today.
Yeah, early on in this first quarter, Troy leads 19-14. And for the shots, what are their keys to the game?
And they only had a 9-point second quarter on their last meeting January 2nd. And so now it's just a four-quarter effort that they're going to need. But on the other side, they're going to have to take care of the glass because Troy is so good on the glass. Coastal's going to have to do a great job there, and then they're going to have to shoot it well from deep in order to take this one tonight.
You see another three-point shot there by Troy. Defensive rebound fought for by Williams. See a foul called on number 5 for Troy. Taisha Moore. That's her first. And you see, that's another thing that DJ Williams does well. She cleans up the glass both defensively and offensively. When she gets defensive rebounds, she runs the ball up the court, puts ultimate pressure on the defense as Torrey Cash kicks it to Williams on the wing, down to Hamilton. And there you see Nariah Hamilton doing work down low.
I'll tell you what, she's got great hands. She had great position to catch that lob as the defender was fronting her. She caught it on the backside and had a nice touch finish right there.
Drive to the basket for Jasmine Robinson. She's fouled.
And Jasmine Robinson is so aggressive that sometimes you have no option but to foul her. She can shoot it, she can go off the bounce, and right now she earns 2 free throws from being aggressive and attacking the rim.
And early on in this one, you see the athleticism of both teams playing at a breakneck speed in the first quarter. Can they keep this up for 4 quarters? Can Troy keep this up for 4 quarters? Can Coastal Carolina keep this up for the entire game? It's going to test the depth of both squads.
Absolutely. And Troy picks up with some pressure here and forces a turnover.
See bad pass by Asia Blunt to Williams. Quick shot by the Trojans, number 14, Tia Johnson.
And a little unexpected pressure. DJ Williams gets a breakaway.
And that's how you get your opponent out of pressure. Break that pressure for an easy layup for DJ Williams.
And Williams will also pick up the pressure. Her and Robinson, 2 fantastic guards.
You see Robinson, her shot's off. Cash with the rebound, kicks it forward to Williams. Williams finds Asia Blunt for 2.
I tell you what, we don't even need a shot clock. We need to go ahead and tell them to turn it off.
It's making it hard to call the game. They're going up and down as Troy brings the ball into the front court. Robinson drives to the basket. No call on that drive by Robinson. Possession stays with Troy on this one.
And when you get pressured, you've got to break the press and go to score. On occasion, teams will break the press and then settle. But if you break the press and go to score, you get such an advantage. So you use their pressure against them.
A beautiful finish there by Asia Blunt. And she is aggressive on the defensive end after her first basket. See Hamilton playing the passing lanes. Jump shot by Dye. It's off. Foul on the rebounding possession by Troy. That one's on number 32, Kate Rogers. Her second, team fourth.
And Kate Rogers rebounds well for the Trojans, but yeah, you also have to see, like, they go to the glass hard every time. And if that's what you do as a coach, you're kind of okay with one of those fouls because it's part of your identity as a team.
Yeah, both squads. Good point, Colin. Both squads are 1 and 2 in rebounding in the conference. So strength on strength for this game. Turnover there by Cash. Passing lane played by Moore with the easy layup for Troy.
And sometimes when you're running a set, you just take it for granted that your player is going to be open. Just a lackadaisical pass there for a bucket.
Beautiful play there by Coastal. Williams finds Blunt for the easy deuce. And a steal by Cash. And Tori Cash is fouled.
I'll tell you what, DJ Williams is making this thing go for the Shants. And she's shown how she's a playmaker. Such good passing. I mean, for as good of a scorer as she is. And then the Shants give Troy some of their own medicine, get a steal off the inbounds.
That is the value of senior leadership, senior laden team in Coastal Carolina. Having one heck of a season, DJ Williams is the unquestioned leader of the Shants. Cash is good on her first free throw. She has one more.
And as well as Troy has played, Coastal's up 1.
Cash is good on both of her free throws as Robinson brings it up court. And there you see DJ Williams diving to the floor. First on the floor is DJ Williams. Possession arrow will remain with Troy.
And I'll tell you why one of the reasons that Coastal is having such a year this year is because of that. Because DJ Williams, your best scorer, your most fiery player, she gets on the deck for you, you've got a chance. I don't care who your team is. If your best player gets on the deck, you got a chance.
You see Hamilton with the pass forward for Cash. Cash not able to finish in transition. Troy quickly over. Offensive rebound by the Trojans. See Hamilton, law of verticality with the block shot. Up to Williams. Williams stumbles. Gathers. Deuce. DJ Williams.
I'll tell you what, the crowd is loving it, and DJ Williams is having herself a first half.
You see DJ Williams spins, loses her balance for a second, gathers herself, absorbs the contact, and finishes it.
I mean, that is just really good athleticism to keep her balance as she's getting tripped and to have the type of poise to get fouled and get the bucket.
And Williams can do a little bit of everything, scoring, rebounding, assists, steals. She leads the conference in scoring, one of the top steals artists in the conference. So DJ Williams in her senior season putting her name in the record books. 29-25 here now. Biggest lead of the ball game thus far for Coastal Carolina. High scoring first quarter in this one. As Troy brings ball up the court.
We've seen a little bit of turn of tempo since Jasmine Robinson has gone to the bench.
See defensive rebound by Hamilton. Williams kicks it ahead to Cash. Cash in transition, no good. Blunt with the offensive rebound. Kicks it back over to Cash, over to Hamilton. Back over to Williams. Finds West on the wing. West pump fake drive to the basket. West for 2.
Tell you what, West is playing confidently, and she could have settled for a 3 there, but she pump fakes, attacks the rim, and gets rewarded for it.
Pass down low. And a foul called on Asia Blunt, her first, team's third.
And Cash there, or West, I'm sorry, just has enough poise to not force a quick 3. She gets rewarded for an easy bucket going to the rim there.
Those are fundamentals. kids. Pump fake, drive to the basket. Now you see it traveling on Troy. Possession back to the Shants, and all the momentum here in this last couple of minutes have gone to Coastal Carolina, and it started when DJ Williams ratcheted up that defense.
Absolutely. On the defensive end, that's where Coastal's earned it.
See Cash over to Williams. Screen up top by Blunt. Williams pulls up for the jumper. No good. Defensive rebound by Troy. They kick it ahead to Robinson. Robinson pulls up in transition. Her jump shot is no good.
Much better defensive transition there from Coastal. Giving up a contested 17-footer. That's something that you'll do, but you've got to sprint back and get underneath the ball. And they do that in that possession. And they aren't able to corral the rebound, but much better defensive transition from Coastal right there.
Substitution for Troy. Number 40, Amber Rivers, checks in for number 25, Alexis Dye. You see Jasmine Robinson calling out the set. Over to Rivers. See Troy swinging that ball around the perimeter. Robinson with the pull-up jump shot, no good. There you see Troy crashing that offensive glass, but it's an over-the-back call on Troy. Foul on number 40, Amber Rivers.
And if you see, the last couple of shots from Robinson have been off balance. She hasn't hit them. Troy hits the glass so hard. They've already gotten a few fouls of pursuing offensive rebounds. One of the reasons that they lead the league in rebounding, but it's also one of the reasons that they're sending Coastal to the free throw line right now.
You see Asia Blunt, one of the best free throw shooters in the Sun Belt, going to the line. And Blunt has been a revelation this season, averaging over double figures. Team's second leading scorer coming into this one is Asia Blunt. She knocks down the first free throw. 7-point lead here for Coastal as the Shants have opened it up here late in this first quarter, Colin.
And Asia Blunt, she's got, I mean, how awesome is it that one of your better rebounders has great hands, can finish at the rim, and she also shoots free throws well?
Definitely a bugaboo for me when I call basketball games or just watch games as a fan. When players don't make their free throws, it hurts me to my heart, Colin. It hurts me.
It's almost like, can't you just practice those a little more?
I mean, they're free.
Right, they are free.
No one's guarding you.
And they make the difference in ball games. Young players, you got to know that.
Listen to Colin, young players. He was once a Shunt.
Many moons ago.
As Robinson brings it up court. Down low to James. James fumbles it out of bounds. Possession remains with the Trojans.
Tell you what, I'm very impressed with Coastal Carolina's attention to detail on the defensive end.
Yeah, early on in this quarter, Troy ran up and down the court for Coastal. They've settled down. And defensively, Coastal Carolina has really tightened things up. As Cash brings the ball up the court, pulls up with the three-pointer at the buzzer, no good. And after one quarter here at the HTC Center, Coastal Carolina up 33-27, a pivotal Sun Belt matchup on ESPN+. Troy University 33-27, and you look at the rebounding for both these squads, Colin, two of the top rebounding teams in the country.
Yes, impressive. Troy leads the nation in rebounds per game. And as you see, Coastal Carolina not far behind at 5th in the country.
Yeah, two of the top teams in the nation at cleaning up that glass, as I like to say, using that Windex. As Williams pulls the trigger on a three, no good. Defensive rebound there by Troy. James brings it up, kicks it to Robinson. Robinson pulls up again. Jump shot no good. Rebound by Cash, and she is fouled.
And Robinson has, her last 3 shot attempts have been pull-up jump shots, whereas before she was driving to the rim. When you don't see those jump shots going, you got to be able to attack the rim. She gets a chippy here, frustrated she's not making shots, and she gets a chippy foul right there.
The referees actually gave that one to number 20, Jupanica James, on that one. So maybe a little bit of good fortune there for Trojan.
Sure.
As West kicks it over to Williams. Williams finds Blunt down low. And Blunt with the quick post move, able to draw that foul for Coastal.
I'm pretty certain they gave that one to Robinson. She was under there. She's fortunate, Blunt fortunate to not get this foul. We see But you can see that Robinson's still moving there. She's trying to be in position. Got to get there a little bit sooner to be able to take a charge right there.
There's a bullet interior pass by Williams to Blunt. Blunt able to corral it and go up and get fouled. And again, one of the best free throw shooters in the conference.
I tell you what, there's no greater confidence as a post player or forward or center, whatever you want to call yourself now. There's no greater confidence that you can give somebody by catching the ball. Right? When somebody's throwing you passes and you have great hands, they're going to keep throwing it to you, you know. But if you're throwing passes to people that are not catching the pass, they hesitate giving you the rock. Blunt's got great hands, and she hits 2 more at the free throw line.
Kids, are you listening? Colin is a former player here at Coastal Carolina. Currently, he's a coach. So if you listen to anyone, listen to Colin Stevens. As we're back to the action. Japonica James drives to the basket. And Blunt picks up her second foul. She's going to have to go to the bench. And Blunt's been playing well here in this first half. Janae Camp back on the floor for the Chanticleers. Inbounds play. Caught Coastal Carolina sleeping on that one. Caught a break as Rivers misses that easy bunny.
I tell you what, DJ Williams feeds it. She keeps feeding the post. They keep eating it up. And they're scoring well close to the basket. It's a difference maker right now.
And this basket by Camp, 10-point ball game for Coastal Carolina.
And if you notice, almost every shot from Troy right now is a contested jump shot. If they won't be patient enough to be able to keep getting to the rim, that was what they were getting earlier on, and right now they're not getting it. It's much more difficult. They're not able to rebound on the offensive glass as easy either.
Yeah, patience is definitely a virtue, and Troy is the leading scoring team in the conference, so you know they want to get the ball on the rim, and if they miss it, they want to get those offensive rebounds. As the drive to the basket by Dye, no good, but a foul on Coastal Carolina as Hamilton picks up her second foul.
And we saw in that replay, Hamilton just not moving her feet, and she's got great feet for as tall as she is and as skilled as she is. She's got great feet, but she picks up her second there. And we're only 8 minutes into this second quarter, or 2 minutes into the second quarter.
And that second foul may loom large. Let's see how Nye Hamilton plays for the remainder of this second quarter, as Coach Jada Williams is going to substitute for Williams. Doesn't want to pick up that third foul in the first half, as Elise Davis, the junior out of Tampa, Florida, checks in for the Chanticleers. And Davis gets it. Fresh off of the bench, left-hand shot for Davis. No good. Offensive rebound. Goes back up with the left-hand shot. No good once again. And Davis, fresh off of the bench, 2 point-blank opportunities. Not able to finish.
And it's important that she comes in looking to make a difference. She's right there at the rim. But here's the biggest difference that foul trouble creates. If that's Nia Hamilton, she finishes those 2. And so they're going to have a next-man-up mentality on the glass and scoring at the rim.
You see DJ Williams with the defensive glass as she pushes it up the court. Loses it, regains control. Over to West. Another pump fake by West with the jump shot. It's good.
She's playing confidently. She's knocking it down. She's going to the rim. West is playing great in this first half.
West, crucial role player for head coach Jada Williams and the Shunts. Spin move in the lane by Japonica James is no good, but she's able to draw yet another foul. There you see Kaylin West with the pump fake and another jump shot. Nothing but the bottom of the net for Kaylin West, who came into this one for Kaylin Roche in that first quarter. Played so well that Coach Jada Williams has yet to return her to the bench. That's how you earn your minutes. Boys and girls, play well, and the coach will have the confidence in you to keep you on the court.
Absolutely. Coaches play players that they trust. And West is doing everything now on the offensive and defensive end to continue to earn trust.
And it's certainly not a knock on Caitlin West, who had 17 points in Coastal Carolina's last win on the road at South Alabama. So Caitlin Roche is a heck of a player, but West is playing well today. And you see Williams coast to coast for the senior.
And she breaks that high pressure from Troy, gets to the rim for an easy bucket.
See another offensive rebound for Troy. And Troy, I think that's what Troy is trying to do. They're pushing the ball up the court. They just want to get the ball on the rim. They know they're a good rebounding team. Make or miss is going to be a good thing for Troy. See DJ Williams pushing the ball up the court.
And again, that was high pressure at half court from Troy. DJ Williams skilled and crafty enough to get all the way to the rim. You've got to break pressure to score. DJ Williams gets it done there.
DJ Williams, again, leading scorer in the conference. Best player for Coastal Carolina, but she can do it both offensively. She can do it defensively on the boards. Really, really, really good player for Coastal. As Janiyah Sandifer misses on that first free throw. Second free throw is good for Sandifer. Cash brings it up court. Over to Camp. Finds Williams on the wing. Williams probing. Step back jump. Pump shot. Pump fake for Williams. There you see Caitlin West. Feeling it. Misses that jump shot. Troy pushes it. Easy transition basket for the Trojans. We got a timeout for Jada Williams. She's seen enough as the lead is down to 7, 41-34. And we'll take a timeout as well.
Really important that, you know, the next player up, rebounds and scores at the rim for the Johnstown.
And that next player up is Elise Davis, who has had a couple of opportunities underneath the basket, not able to connect, but Davis is going to be looked upon to score with both Hamilton and Blunt on the bench with 2 fouls. As Williams surveys the defense, drives to the basket. Fall away jump shot, no good for DJ Williams. Rebound for Troy, kicks it quickly ahead, and the Trojans are off and running once again to Ponica James for 2.
And the change in tempo, although Jasmine Robinson hasn't done a ton, she is part of that tempo, and Troy is pushing it, and they're clawing this way, whittling down the lead back to 5.
That's the first we're seeing of Z. Essman, as James again utilizing her strength in the post to cut this lead to 3 for Coastal Carolina, as Williams brings the ball up the court. Steps back for 3, and Williams says not so fast.
And when you need a big basket, DJ Williams there to provide. Now can Coastal get it on the defensive end? Their 2 better defenders on the inside are out in foul trouble. Can they rebound?
The three-point shot no good for Troy. Defensive rebound for Davis, over to Williams. Dribble drive, pull-up jump shot for Williams is good.
I tell you what, she plays with such poise and such pace. She never looks rattled or uncomfortable. Really good mid-range shot, contested right there, finishes it.
DJ Williams sensing a momentum shift, that lead down to 3. She scored the last 5 for Coastal, and she steals it over to West on the break. West pulls up for the jump shot. Off the rim for West. Rebound by Dye for Troy, brings it up. Back over to Dye. Dye with the jump shot is good for Troy.
And again, this pace is just, I mean, it's slowed down a little bit in this second quarter, but can they keep this up the whole game? I don't know.
And you see Williams slowing things up with the crossover. Pull-up jump shot. All for DJ Williams. Rebounded. And turnover by Troy. Caitlin West with the steal. Brings it up court. Over to Cash. Troy Cash, point guard for Coastal Carolina, one of the seniors here for head coach Jada Williams. And Cash drives it to the basket. Hard drive by Tori Cash. And she's fouled, and she has an opportunity to go to the free throw line.
And this is a really important thing here. When threes aren't going, you're having trouble scoring from the outside. You've got to get a way to get an easy basket. Cash attacks the rim there. She doesn't get all the way to the rim, but she draws the foul, so slows the pace down. And this time, the team can get back on the same page. You see the players communicating with each other, and Cash gets to go to the free throw line to earn a couple.
Tori Cash, the senior out of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. And Tori Cash plays a ton of minutes, Colin. She has not taken a break in this contest. She plays almost every minute of every game. And that's the confidence that a head coach has in her point guard, where she cannot take her off the court.
Absolutely. She's got great poise as well.
You see James again in the post. No good. Offensive rebound for Troy. Dive with a little baseline jump shot. No good. James crashes the board off of her hands. Ball goes over to Coastal Carolina. You see DJ Williams and James battling on that glass. James, again, one of the best players in the Sun Belt Conference. Torrey Cash. Drives it to the cup once again. Cash finds Blunt. Blunt with a little baby jump shot. No good. See Essman battling on the boards. Trojans bring it up.
Oh,
see,
we've got the infamous block charge called by two different referees.
See the baseline official called charge. She has the final say-so as DJ Williams does it on the defensive end, steps in front of Dye, draws that charge, puts her body on the line for the team.
I'll tell you what, it's impressive. And when your best player does all the things you need her to do, it sets the tone for the whole team. And it set the tone for this 19-3 season that the Chants have had so far.
You see Williams cutting across the lane. She's able to draw a foul on Tia Johnson, her first, team's fifth, and going to have free throws here for DJ Williams.
And as you're looking to get back into a game or to gain tempo, you can't give away the chippy fouls. I mean, Williams didn't even have the ball yet. And so it's really important that you don't make those little mistakes when you're on the road against a team that's looking to take you out. You can't make the little mistakes. Williams gets two at the free throw line there.
So DJ Williams, since a little momentum shift a couple of minutes ago, the lead was down to 3. Williams has since taken over, and Coastal's lead is back up to double digits as it's 50-40 Coastal Carolina over Troy here in the second. Three-point shot by Troy is good from downtown.
Second chance points. Long shots create long rebounds. The Chants were not ready for that rebound. Troy gets it. The easiest shot is a kick out.
And there you see the post move by Asia Blunt. Uses that shoulder, turns into the defender. Easy bucket for the Chants. Bullet pass to Die for Troy. No good. Defensive rebound by Blunt over to Williams. Williams brings it up court. Crossover by DJ Williams. Shot is no good, but she's able to draw a foul. DJ Williams, super aggressive here for Coastal Carolina.
And in transition, if they don't stop you, you keep going. DJ Williams attacking here. Nice crossover. Defender reaches, doesn't slide their feet. Williams back for two.
You see Z. Essman goes to the bench, and Ciara Davis makes her first appearance in this matchup as DJ Williams knocks down the first free throw. You see Williams, she's taking her time. She brings the ball up the court quite a bit. She's a point forward, so to speak, so exerts a lot of energy on the defensive end. She's going to have to find ways within the game to catch her breath.
Absolutely. She's going to give you everything. And she's smart enough now as a senior to know when she can get those little opportunities.
Three-point shot by Troy. No good there. You see another offensive rebound. Japonica James.
That is just part of Troy's offense. Get it up on the rim quick. We'll get the rebound and put it back in. With Nye Hamilton out for the Chants, the Chants have not been able to rebound quite as well.
See Cash over to Davis. Three-point shot by Davis.
And that's what you got to do. If you come in off the bench, you've got to make something happen. Davis ready for the shot there.
You see Blunt caught with her hand in the cookie jar. Call for the foul.
And that's a foul from Blunt that you just can't make. You've got two fouls. It's still the second quarter. You can't make that foul. And honestly, if James catches that one at the elbow, she's still in front of you and you have a chance to defend. But sometimes players, they just don't think, like you said, they get their hand caught in the cookie jar.
Kids, listen to Coach Stevens. As you see here on the replay. See Blunt trying to reach around James, not really in position to steal the ball. And a costly third foul there on Asia Blunt.
And it's just not a great play. Like, either way, you've got 2 fouls. You've got to be cautious about it, making sure that you can be ready, because now she's still got 3 fouls for the second half. I mean, as crazy as the tempo has been in this game, we're still in the first half.
And Blunt's going to have to sit for the remainder of this half and really be cautious in that second half with 3 fouls. As Cash drives it to the basket, finds West. West with the pull-up jump shot. Kaylin West with the jumper for 2.
I tell you what, she is so balanced on her pull-up jumper. Everything looks like it's going to go in for her right now.
Kaylin West providing offensive punch off of the bench for Coach Williams and the Chants. 3-point shot by Troy, no good. Dives to the floor, Chanticleers and Troy. Possession arrow, timeout actually, awarded to Coastal Carolina. Heads up play there by the Chants.
Again,
32nd time. A multitude of players on the bench who provide those points. Today it's West. Sometimes it's Davis. Asia Blunt is a bench. She's quote unquote, I have air quotations, she's a bench player. But Coastal Carolina has one of the deepest teams in the Sun Belt.
And Camp forces a jump ball right there with just good defense. Gets 2 hands on the ball.
See, possession arrow favors Troy on that one, so Trojans will inbound it baseline. As the referees are trying to get back to the action. Inbound to Rivers. Rivers finds James. James drives to the basket, kicks it on the wing for 3, no good for Troy. Kemp with the rebound. Over to Cash. Cash brings it up court. Tori Cash with the hezzy. Over to West. Finds Camp down low. Camp with the beautiful post move for Janae Camp.
And that's a big basket. Also bench points. But Camp being able to score in there when Hamilton and Blunt are on the bench.
What a spin move by Jubonica James for Troy for 2. You see Williams finds Cash. See Cash settling things down. Camp.
And Camp did a good job there. There was a time that she was going to throw that pass, and DJ Williams said, "Throw me that ball." But Camp knew she didn't feel comfortable with it, so she just held on to it. She didn't just throw the ball because that was the play. So a little bit of poise from Camp there allows the Chants to still have the ball.
You see Camp and Williams discussing things here. 27.1 left in this second quarter as Davis inbounds it for Coastal Carolina. Finds Camp over to Williams. Williams looks up at the clock. 6 on the shot clock. 5. Finds Camp down low. Camp misses the bunny. Looked like a lot of contact. The referee let it go.
It did look like some contact. Camp did not have her balance, unable to finish that one. Still, DJ Williams and her ability to find players is impressive.
You see Williams finds Camp. Looks like Camp got pushed. Referee may have missed one on that one. And then you have free throws on the other end for Troy as the Trojans catch a break in that one. Trailing here 61-49, 14.5 left in this second quarter. And the Trojans got off to a great start in that first quarter, but Coastal Carolina settled down. And when they started to settle down, DJ Williams started to pick up the pace.
She started to take over, and mind you, they've had a lot of this run with Nia Hamilton on the bench, which means that the next lady up is handling business. And DJ Williams has been, the catalyst for all of it. Still, DJ Williams making the play right there.
As Taisha Moore misses both free throws. And DJ Moore with the box out on James. And those two have been battling so far in this first half. Over the back call there on James. As you see, DJ Williams with the great box out kids. Coach, tell the kids about the fundamentals of basketball.
It's getting a position to get what you want. It's getting position to get what you want. So if you can be physical enough and fight for it before the ball hits the rim, then you get in position to to get what you want. DJ Williams earns it. She goes to the free throw line again. She's been doing a ton of damage from the free throw line.
Just trying to pay attention to detail, kids. Listen to Coach Colin Stevens. He won't steer you wrong as DJ Williams knocks down the first free throw, 13.8 left here in the second quarter. 62-49, Coastal Carolina leads Troy in a pivotal Sun Belt matchup. 1 and 2. This one's big, ladies and gentlemen. If you're Coach Shanda Rigby, 13.8 left for Troy, what do you do here?
Well, you want to hold for the last shot, but you're going to push the pace. Robinson gets a little stagger screen up top.
Robinson drains it from downtown.
And we haven't seen that a lot from Robinson in the second quarter.
Big shot there for Troy headed into the half. Game was getting a little bit out of hand. 63-49 here as you see some first half highlights. You see Troy knocking down jump shots. DJ Williams with the drive to the basket. Pivotal matchup. 63-49 here at halftime. Coastal Carolina over Troy on ESPN.
In the first half, she really got them going. She went to the bench. She was one of the key players that we talked about. Let's see what kind of fire she comes out with in this second half.
Hamilton saddled with 2 fouls in that first half, had to sit for a majority of that second quarter. Asia Blunt also in foul trouble. And Janae Camp has 3 fouls for Coastal. So the Chants bigs are in a little bit of foul trouble. Gonna have to keep an eye on that here in this second half as Cash has it on the wing. See Hamilton posting up. Cash with the step back 3 from downtown. Straight Cash, homie.
And that is the start that you would wish for if you're the Chanticleers. Enough patience, and Cash been able to knock down a 3. How do they defend here?
And Troy right back at you. Drive to the basket is Jasmine Robinson for 2.
And Jasmine Robinson makes this team go. Great start to the third quarter for her.
See Roche has it on top of the key. Over to Cash. Again for 3. Tori Cash back to back from downtown.
And Cash is confident right now. She is confident. And I tell you what, as a coach, there is nothing better when your players are playing hard and they're playing confidently. Coach Williams on the sideline, I've been here for many years. I have not seen her as confident as a coach as well. It's really cool to see.
Cash with 2 big triples to open up this third quarter for Coastal Carolina as the pull-up jump shot by Robinson is no good. Camp on the floor for the rebound over to Cash. Cash quickly up the court. Finds Roche on the wing. Back over to Cash. Cash back to Roche. From downtown. Kaylin Roche from downtown.
And I tell you what, Coastal with a hot start. Not bad defense from Troy, but Coastal making shots. It's been the difference in the game.
That's the name of the game. Making or missing shots as Troy tries to answer. Alexis Dye with the nice-looking hook shot in the lane. See Hamilton over to Roche. Pump fake. Back over to Camp. Finds Williams. Williams drives to the basket. DJ Williams hard to the cup. Drive is no good. Trojans quickly up the court. Over to Robinson. Williams with the defense. The block for DJ Williams.
Poor transition defense from the Chanticleers. The player who should have been protecting the rim stepped up. So there were 2 players on the ball. And the pass down to Robinson, DJ Williams just cleans up the mess.
Yeah, Williams just making up for the mistakes of her teammates on that possession. Got to pick each other up if you're teammates. Inbounds to Robinson. Calls for the screen for Dye. Robinson over to Winchester for 3. No good. There you see another offensive rebound for Troy with the putback.
And you see 3 Trojans around that basketball. Coastal's going to have to do a better job on the glass.
See Hamilton trying to post up. She falls to the floor. Over to Roche. Caitlin Roche, another triple for Coastal Carolina.
And DJ Williams drive baseline. Roche goes to that baseline drift spot in the corner. Gives an angle for the pass for DJ Williams, and she's able to knock it down.
And the Chants have started off this third quarter red hot from downtown. Dye down low for Troy. Another offensive rebound for the Trojans. And this putback is good for Amber Rivers.
100% their best offense is second chance points. Get the ball up on the rim and get a rebound.
Nice give and go. Hamilton to Williams. Williams not able to finish. Troy quickly up the court. Robinson rejected by the long arm of the law, Nye Hamilton.
And DJ Williams, her last two attacks to the basket, just a little short on those finishes. I wonder if she can maintain her energy throughout the rest of this game. It's been impeccable for the first half and into this third quarter.
A tremendous amount of energy put forth by DJ Williams in that first half. And you see Williams pulls up for three. Off the front of the rim, no good.
Again, a little short on her three-point shot, a little short on her finishes at the rim. She's going to have to dig deep for these next 16 minutes.
Williams starting off this third quarter a little bit off on her shots. Luckily for Coastal Carolina, her teammates are on fire. Cash and Roche.
They are.
Both knocking down 2 triples apiece here in this third quarter. Coastal Carolina with a 75-60 lead over Troy as Rivers finds Rogers on the baseline. Her jump shot is good.
Just a little bit more patience there from Troy, and they get a little 15-footer, knock it in. What can they do on the defensive end now?
75-62 now, Coastal Carolina, as Williams finds Roche. Cross-court pass, Roche drives. Ball knocked loose. Asia Blunt not able to connect. There you see again, Troy running down the court. Good defense there by DJ Williams on the block shot, but another Trojan offensive player, Johnny on the spot, Winchester, able to corral that ball, goes back up with it, Roche with the foul. Sends Winchester to the line for 2.
DJ Williams is everywhere, and that's what you're getting out of your best player, your senior. She's making things happen on the defensive end. And some players have a tendency to hang their head when they miss some shots. She's missed a few shots this half, but she's getting it done on the defensive end. Players, you can always affect the game even if you're not scoring well.
You see Kaylin West back in for Caitlin Roche. West had a tremendous first half off of the bench for head coach Jada Williams and Shauna Clears as Winchester misses the first free throw. West was some of those bench points for Coastal Carolina, who averages over 34 bench points per game. A lot of those points for Asia Blunt, but West has provided instant offense off of the pine today for Coach Williams and the Shants. That's Blunt over to Cash for the inbounds. Good pressure in the backcourt for Troy. And Cash barely gets it over the line, tipped by the Trojans. Over to Blunt. And you see Naira Hamilton for the easy deuce.
And I tell you what, they got a little fortunate there as Cash stepped over half court, got caught in what we call the coffin corner. They still get the ball and they're able to push it in transition.
And you see good defense there by Coastal Carolina, results in a turnover. DJ Williams, coast to coast for the deuce, the hoop, and the horn.
Look at the confidence that DJ Williams gives all of her teammates. She gets that bucket. She doesn't celebrate just by herself. She goes over to her bench, and she dabs everybody up over there. She gets everybody involved. The fire that she has is absolutely contagious.
Yeah, DJ Williams had missed her first couple of shots here in this third quarter. Took it upon herself all the way to the cup here. You see her elevates, takes the contact for 2 and 1 for the senior. DJ Williams, the leader of this Coastal Carolina team. Both these squads 19-3 coming into this game again. Troy 10-1 in conference play. Coastal 9-2. This is the matchup for the top seed so far in the conference.
And the game has not disappointed. It's been a great pace. A little chippy there for DJ Williams. It's been a great pace. And together, I mean, we're in the third quarter. There's 80 points on the scoreboard for the Coastal right now.
You see James on the drive to the basket. Williams called for the hand foul. Coastal leading Troy here 80-63 third quarter action. 5:15 left in the third quarter as the Trojans inbound baseline. James underneath the basket. Hamilton not able to block that Jupanica James shot for 2.
I'll tell you what, James finishes very, very well around the rim.
See Cash finding Hamilton. Back over to Cash from downtown. Her three-point shot is no good. Her first three-point miss here in this third quarter. Johnson pulls up for 3 on the break. And you see James on the offensive glass. See James again. Jupanica James' activity is matching DJ Williams at this point. And they're going back and forth.
Absolutely. And she's fired up. Nye Hamilton has to get more aggressive close to the basket to cancel some of that energy out. But James has been super impactful for Troy in this quarter.
See Hamilton in the post with the hook shot, no good. Rebound by Dye. Over to Robinson on the wing. She drives. Cash, hands up. Jump shot, no good by Troy. Offensive rebound again. Dye, no good. Hamilton with the defensive rebound. Over to Williams, and Williams brings it up court for the Chants. Finds Cash. Cash with the jump shot, no good as they go back and forth, up and down the court. Can they keep this pace up for the remainder of this contest?
Well, I tell you what, Coastal Carolina has got to think about dictating tempo. Like, you don't have to take a quick shot right now unless it's an easy, great shot. Dictate tempo. You're controlling the game. You're up 13 right now. Continue to dictate tempo.
So turnover there by the Chants. Cash trying to get back on defense. Tori Cash with the foul, making Jupanica James earn those 2 points as the senior would not give up the easy layup.
And you see the fatigue setting in. Some of these turnovers they're no-brainers. Poor turnovers have led to some easy buckets.
See a timeout, third quarter. Coastal Carolina leads Troy.
Look, I'll be honest, we've seen a ton of points this game. Maybe not as much defense, but they're doing a great job. Rebounding, you see the differential for Troy. They've been fantastic all year. Like we talked about before, they lead the nation in rebounding. And also, you see that the scoring margin for Coastal Carolina is very high throughout the Sun Belt. They are a super confident team, and they are finishing up this third quarter well. Can they continue rebounding as we go into this last part of the game?
As James splits the free throws, turnover for Coastal Carolina. James again for Troy, and Troy's trying to chip into this Coastal Carolina lead down to 10, 80-70 now after that hot start to start the third quarter for Coastal Carolina.
And it's been turnovers that have been plaguing the Chants this quarter, allowing Troy to get back into it.
And there you see DJ Williams. Jupanica James made the mistake of not getting a hand in the face of the shooter. DJ Williams knocks it down.
And every time Troy has made a run, DJ Williams has had the answer for the Chants.
Yeah, good point, Colin. Senior leadership of DJ Williams senses some momentum changes in the game, makes a big shot this time from downtown for the senior.
And Asia Blunt, another foul here. She gets herself closing out. If she doesn't reach there, there's no foul. She reaches, gets another poor foul, has to go to the bench with 4.
Big time fourth foul there by Asia Blunt. Second leading scorer for the Chants as Robinson's three-point shot is off. Kemp with the defensive rebound over to West. West finds Cash on the break. Tori Cash to the basket for 2.
Such confidence, getting all the way to the rim. Robinson gets back below the ball but can't stop Cash. Nice little Euro step for a finish.
See Rivers from downtown tipped out by Williams. You see a foul being called now on Nia Hamilton. Nia Hamilton picking up her third. Could be a big foul there for Hamilton. She's done well here in this third quarter. Started the third with 2 fouls, almost made it through the entire quarter without picking up that third. You see Blunt on the bench now with 4 fouls. Camp has 3 fouls, and the rebounding can be a concern if you're Coastal Carolina with all of your size and foul trouble.
Absolutely, and when you got your size, your bigs are in foul trouble, everybody's got to chip in for the rebounding. You can't leak out. You can't run out. The guards have to chip in. DJ Williams has been doing it. You've got to have some others step up for the Chanticleers to do it.
You speak about DJ Williams doing it. Rebound there on that missed free throw for Williams. She takes it coast to coast. Dipsy do. I do think I will do. DJ Williams.
I'm telling you what, every time Troy has made a run, every time, DJ Williams has been the one to stop it.
Yeah, DJ Williams definitely. Every time Troy has made a run, DJ Williams has had the answer.
And she comes
just
off
like AI.
She comes off this ball screen from Camp, and there's no other thought in her mind. She's going to the bucket. It's a wide open lane, so she goes all the way. Has to move the ball a little bit, but she's got good enough athleticism and skill to get that one to go.
What a move for DJ Williams, who is having a scoring binge here in the HTC Center. Williams on the wing, drives it, kicks it over to Cash. Cash setting things up, back over to Williams, top of the key. Hamilton with the screen. Williams back over to Cash. Cash from downtown. Straight Cash, homie.
And if you think about it, the patience that the Shants had for that shot, they could have taken some earlier ones. They could have forced some, but they didn't, and then they got the shot that they want. It's a 20-point lead right now.
See Camp with the defensive rebound over to Cash, who's had a tremendous third quarter from downtown. It's Torrey Cash. Calls for the screen for Camp. Over to West. West with the pump fake. Step back. Jump shot for West. Just a bit off. And James has to corral that pass. It's James. See Williams trying to pick up that foul. James over to Rivers. Rivers' jump shot is off, and Nia Hamilton with the defensive rebound. DJ Williams up the court. Pulls up. Pump fake. Up and under for DJ Williams. See DJ Williams doing a little bit of everything in this one. Foul on Kayla Robinson here.
I think she had Tracy McGrady highlights in her mind right there. She was thinking going off the glass, and she was going to yam that one, and she thought better of it, but her persistence at the rim has earned her 2 more free throws at the free throw line.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. She wanted to throw the ball off of the backboard, kind of improvised mid-air. She's rewarded with free throws, and she's one heck of a free throw shooter. Williams doing it all today for the Chanticleers.
But we cannot take away the presence of Nia Hamilton. She goes to the bench for the next 44 seconds in this quarter, but she's rebounded and she's gave the Chants a presence in this second half that they really needed in the first half. It's good to see her out of foul trouble.
The key for this last 44 and probably some of the beginning of the fourth, how will Coastal Carolina do with Hamilton and Blunt on the bench? Camp is going to have to rebound. You see Davis off of the bench is going to have to rebound. You know, Williams has chipped in. How will the rebounding go for Coastal Carolina as Troy kicks it over to Winchester on the corner? Down low to James. James with the spin move in the lane. No good. Offensive rebound there. And DJ Williams.
And DJ Williams is holding her head in her hands, but she with 2 hands swatted down. That will get called at any point. That will get called by a blind referee. If you swing, they're calling it.
And it could have been all ball for DJ Williams, but just the motion of swinging down. You know, the referees, they're humans. They're not robots. So they see what they see, and it's a foul call on DJ Williams.
And again, the offensive rebound has got Troy back at the free throw line. It's giving them opportunities. But this is a 22-point game right here.
You look up at the scoreboard.
My goodness.
And it's 22 points in favor of Coastal, but you believe that Troy can make a comeback just by the way that they play as far as banging the boards, hitting the glass, and just playing as fast as they possibly can as Dye misses the first free throw.
Now, this is an interesting substitution. Coach Williams brings Asia Blunt, who's got 4 fouls, into the game for the next 27 seconds. Blunt has to be very smart not to get another one.
Yeah, I think this is a offensive substitution here for Coach Williams, just to give yourself another option here as the third quarter winds down. Cash facing pressure in the backcourt. Finds Camp. Camp finds West. West drives to the basket with Asia Blunt down low. Blunt in the lane. She's fouled. And what a substitution there for head coach Jada Williams as Blunt re-enters the game. And now she's going to go to the free throw line where she is number 1 in the Sun Belt in free throw percentage.
She gets to the free throw line, However, there's still 12 seconds left, and I get it. When you get pressured, you want to break the pressure to score. You want to take advantage of what the defense gives you. However, you can also have an opportunity to get the last shot at the half. What that means is that there's not always one right way to do it. And Asia Blunt at the free throw line now, got 2.
Damian Banks here alongside Colin Stevens, former Chanticleer basketball player, former point guard here at Coastal Carolina. So, Colin, you know about the atmosphere here at home, especially with big matchups like this. You see Coastal up to that 22-point lead now, 93-71, after that first free throw by Blunt. You're looking at what Coastal Carolina has become, both in men's and women's basketball, and I know you got to be proud.
Oh, man, it's so great to see this atmosphere and the Chants playing with this kind of togetherness and belief in each other. They're having a fantastic year, but it's great to see.
Three-point shot at the end of the third quarter for Troy to draw them to within 20 points. It's 94-74. Coastal Carolina over Troy here in the HTC Center in Conway, South Carolina on ESPN+. This fourth quarter to overcome this 20-point deficit.
Well, I tell you what, they have to, number one, they have to score plenty of points, but they also have to slow down DJ Williams. Every time that Troy's made a run, DJ Williams has been the answer, and if they can't stop her, they're not going to be able to get back in this game.
You see James, and you see DJ Williams off the James pass over to Cash. Cash with the pump fake. Not able to finish. Kemp with the offensive rebound. Goes back up, is fouled by number 25. Die for Troy on the foul as Kemp cleans up that offensive glass for the Cash miss. She goes back up and is fouled, and she has an opportunity now to begin this fourth quarter scoring with free throws.
And Kemp shows why Coastal Carolina is number 5 in the nation in rebounding, because she runs down the court and she goes ahead and gets a offensive rebound and earns 2 at the stripe.
And what's amazing to me is Troy's number 1 in rebounding. Coastal is number 5, but you look at the stats now. Troy has out-rebounded Coastal by 15 here in this game, and they trail by 22. Amazing, amazing stat. Has Hamilton's long arms deflects that pass over to DJ Williams, and Williams is fouled as she tumbles to the court. See her teammates rushing over to assist.
And I tell you what will hurt you getting back in the game. Turnovers. They've had 2 turnovers. DJ Williams, the one who's gotten steals, and they've had 2 turnovers. Troy, and you just can't get back into the game if you don't have the ball in your hands.
No doubt. Apple turnovers, a wonderful thing in life. Turnovers in basketball and football, not so much.
They aren't.
As Cash with the inbounds. You see a little bit of pressure in the backcourt applied by Troy. And Troy first forces a turnover here. Drive to the basket. Winchester, no good. Offensive rebound by the Trojans. And a putback for 2. 96-76 now, Coastal Carolina. As Williams sets it up. Calls for the screen from Kemp. Jump shot off of the screen, no good for DJ Williams. Rebounded there by Dye.
Troy's got to push the pace. They've got to knock down some shots. DJ Williams is everywhere on the defensive end. Coastal's just got to make sure that they get fantastic shots. There's no need to rush anything. But I tell you what, Cash is not listening to me, or West, I'm sorry, West is not listening to me. She's going to the rim. She gets an and 1, wow.
Kaylin West with the change of pace and change of direction. You see it on the replay. Not quite sure what she wanted to do. Chooses to go left with the left in the Frito-Lay for 2 with the and 1 opportunity.
I'll tell you what, Coastal is playing to win. They're playing to win. They're being aggressive. They're not backing off with a big lead. They are playing to win, and everybody on that team has that energy.
You see Kaylin West able to finish off that three-point play for Coastal, who is now the lead has now ballooned to 23 for Coastal Carolina. And if you're the Chanticleers and head coach Jada Williams, you cannot take your foot off the gas, because Troy is a high-powered team, they can come back on Coastal Carolina. And if you're head coach Sanda Rigby, those three-point shots like that will bring you back.
And so they bring about pressure now. What's important for Coastal here is that they've got two guards back. The times that they've gotten caught in the pressure and turned it over, they haven't had another outlet for a pass this time. DJ Williams takes care of it.
Smart play there by DJ Williams on the step back. Didn't immediately go up for the jump shot with the pump fake. Drew the defender in the air. Got the defender off of their feet. Kids, never foul a jump shooter as Winchester is in disbelief. DJ Williams headed to the free throw line, adding to her already gaudy offensive game.
And I tell you what, she has had a great offensive game, but she has had a fantastic defensive game. I knew she was all the studying about who she is as a player, great offensive accolades, but I tell you what, she is a scrapper on both ends of the court, and she is a winner. That's what she is. She's not just an offensive talent. She is a winner.
Rare two misses at the free throw line there for Williams, as Troy has an opportunity now to draw even closer. 20-point ball game. Missed shot down low, offensive rebound by the Trojans. Another offensive rebound, missed shot. Kemp with the defensive rebound for Coastal Carolina. Over to Cash. Cash up to West. West finds Cash. Back over to West in the corner. Pump fake by Kalen West. Pull-up jump shot is no good. And West with her own rebound. Tie ball. Possession arrow favors the Chanticleers.
I tell you what, West has a fantastic pump fake. Her pace and her eyes, and it looks like she is about to shoot it, and she draws players out very well with that.
Inbounds to Williams. Williams goes up, fouled, and one for DJ Williams.
What can she not do? Damian, what can she not do?
She may as well come over here. I'm going to take off the headset. Let DJ Williams call this game because there's nothing that DJ Williams can't do. Catches the inbound, falls away, absorbs the contact, knocks down the shot, going to the free throw line, forehand one. And Williams is up to 38 points, make it as she misses the free throw. Kemp with the offensive rebound. Janae Kemp misses on the putback.
Those last few free throws that DJ Williams has missed, they've been tired free throws.
Yeah, tired legs for sure, but DJ Williams is leaving it all on the court of the HTC Center. 101-81 now. Coastal Carolina leads it over Troy. Kemp finds William. William for three. And that shot is short for DJ Williams.
And you see another short one there from DJ.
See frenetic pace here for Troy. Offensive rebound for Dye. She goes back up with it. Lead down to 18 now for Coastal Carolina. 6:44 left here in this fourth quarter. Cash over to Kemp, over to Williams. Back to Cash. They're going to slow things up. Try to get it, and you hear head coach Jada Williams calling out the play.
And that's it. You just need to continue to dictate tempo. Really good seal there. Tell you what, great pass from DJ Williams. A great seal for Nia Hamilton. She gets one to go. We haven't talked about her much lately, but she affects that shot right there too.
You see another offensive rebound and putback for Troy. It's like they shoot the initial shot, not really wanting to make the shot, just getting the ball up on the rim, and then they just attack the rim.
It is part of their offense.
See Cash now in the front court, looking over to Coach Williams for the play. Over to DJ Williams. Williams over to Kemp, top of the key, back over to Cash. Williams baseline, surveys the court, step back jump shot for DJ Williams is off. And Williams has missed her last couple of jump shots as Troy brings it up. Long three-point shot by Winchester, rebounded by DJ Williams, and a silly touch foul there by number 10, Janiah Sandifer.
And DJ just needs to recompose herself. She's frustrated with herself because she expects greatness out of herself. She's missed a few free throws as of late. She just has to get her legs back into it, get locked back into knocking those down.
You see Asia Blunt returns to the game for Janae Kemp as DJ Williams heads to the free throw line. Trying to knock down free throws here for the Chanticleers.
And if you notice, she follows that free throw towards the rim. A couple of her other misses she kind of faded away from with her shoulders. That one she follows towards the rim. She doesn't miss those too short.
And you see she's shaking her head as she's missed a couple of shots here in the fourth, but able to knock down those two. Lead back up to 20. Quickly erased as Kate Rogers' baseline jump shot. 105-87 now. Coastal Carolina leads Troy. Cash finds Blunt. Center court over to West. West over to Cash.
And no rush now. You hear Coach Williams screaming over there. Slow it down, dictate. Troy's got to push up here. And when somebody presses you, it gives you ability to drive by them.
Rare turnover there by senior point guard Tori Cash. Gives the ball back over to Troy. Looking ahead to the break. Coastal Carolina leading from California.
And look, I've played with players like her that have that sort of mentality. She's going to be ticked on the 3 or 4 that she left at the free throw line. But what a performance so far from DJ Williams.
And DJ Williams trying to lead her Shants to a big win here at home as Troy with the basket cuts into this lead is down to 16 now as pressure is applied by the Trojans as Robinson fouls Camp there on that full court pressure. Troy has to try to create some turnovers here. 4:40 left in the fourth quarter. Large deficit. It's going to be a free throw shooting contest here late for Coastal Carolina. The Shants make their free throws, they're going to get out of here with a big win.
Absolutely. And James has been the only reason that Troy has been in this game. She's been phenomenal around the rim. We have not talked about Jasmine Robinson at all in this second half. And, you know, she's been the head of the snake for Troy, but she's been quiet tonight.
Yeah, both free throws good for Kent. Robinson been primarily a jump shooter, and those jump shots just are not falling here in the second half as Kemp corrals another rebound, brings it up court over to West. West finds Hamilton down low. Nye Hamilton. Offensive foul there by Nye Hamilton on that post move. Had a little bit of space there on the catch. And Nye Hamilton turned into the defender, creating that contact call for the offensive foul.
She didn't know it, and that's on West to where she puts that basketball.
Yeah, puts that pass on the inside shoulder of Hamilton as Hamilton gets that defensive rebound, and you see a little bit of frustration in Hamilton as she's fouled on that one.
But I tell you what, she makes a play on the defensive end. She doesn't hang her head for the call that was made against her. She doesn't hang her head. She grabs a rebound, gets knocked to the floor. Can she make these free throws?
Free throw shooting contest right now for Coastal Carolina. Troy either has to turn Coastal over or they have to foul them. And if Coastal Carolina can just make their free throws, this game is pretty much over. 18-point lead right now for the Chanticleers. It's going to be a free throw shooting contest from here on out. See some stoppage in play as coaching staff for Troy wants a explanation there on the foul. As number 5, Taisha Moore checks into the ball game for the Trojans of Troy, who coming into this contest, Colin, again, hadn't lost, hadn't really been tested. They've been tested against a couple of conference opponents, but they hadn't lost in quite some time. So you know they were confident coming into this one as Hamilton knocks down the first free throw. Pretty much trailing most of this game. What's their mindset trying to come back in the last 4:15?
You know, they've got to push it. They're down 20. I think as a coach, what you want to see out of your girls is that they keep fighting. They keep staying together. Sometimes when you have some adversity, it can fracture your group. I don't think that's Troy. They've had very good success all year long. But you want to see them stay together and keep scrapping to the last, the double zeros. I tell you what, Janae Camp, though, for the Chanticleers has been such a valuable asset in these past 3 to 4 minutes. She's rebounded. She's handled the ball against pressure. She's knocked down free throws. She has been a pivotal player. As DJ Williams has gotten a little bit tired, she's been a pivotal player of just poise and confidence on the offensive end for the Chanticleers.
See Tori Cash knocking down that first free throw. And speaking of Camp, she is a post player. She's strong in the post. So good fundamental basketball player in the post. But again, like you said, Colin, she can bring the ball up the court a little bit and try to alleviate some of that pressure off of Tori Cash and DJ Williams. As Robinson pulls up for three for Troy. And Robinson's jump shot has just not been there today for Troy. As the Trojans get the timeout call on the loose ball.
I think it might have got knocked out of bounds there on Robinson.
Pardon me, Robinson diving to the court. Ball out of bounds on Troy. Possession is going to go to Coastal Carolina as Kemp finds Williams.
And what a luxury for Coach Williams. She's got basically 3.5 really good ball handlers out there. Janae Camp being the half ball handler.
You see West finds Camp. Camp to the basket. See, Asia Blunt did not want to foul out on that offensive rebound. Kind of tentative. Troy up the court for three. Downtown, no good. Blunt on the rebound over to Cash. Cash to Williams. Rogers gets a hands on it, knocks it out of bounds.
And not a play that I was that point guard, not a play that you have to make from Cash. Get it up the court. Control the tempo of the game. You don't have to get a pass that's not guaranteed. Make the easy pass.
Yeah, it's in the DNA of Coastal Carolina to run, though. Cash saw her teammate running.
Sure, absolutely.
Wants to get it to her. Can Cash make up for it from downtown? No good for Tori Cash. Rebounded there by Rogers. Fight for the ball. And that's going to be number 5 on Asia Blunt. 3:06 left in this ball game. Asia Blunt fouls out of this one. It's going to be a night for Asia Blunt.
She had a solid game. Really did a lot of damage earlier on in the game before she got into foul trouble, but she is a young player, I believe a sophomore, who's got a lot of hope ahead of her as she develops her game.
Asia Blunt fouls out of this ball game for the Chanticleers. Luxury for Jada Williams that she has DJ Williams who goes coast to coast for 2.
And a nice sneaky little seal from Nye Hamilton as DJ Williams was going to the rim. Nye Hamilton sealed her girl who would have been helping, and then Williams was able to get all the way to the rim.
See Sandifer three-pointer rims out. Another offensive rebound there for Troy. It's Kayla Robinson not able to finish, but she's going to the free throw shooting 2. And that's the luxury that head coach Jada Williams has for Coastal Carolina. It's that senior leadership. Nye Hamilton, who's going to the bench, she's a senior. You have DJ Williams, a senior. Tori Cash is a senior. Kaylin Roche is a senior. She hasn't played that much here in the second half. The beginning of the second half, she came up big. 2 huge three-pointers there in that third quarter. But the senior leadership of Coastal Carolina has really shined in this one.
And it's not just seniors, it's seniors who care about each other. Like, you can tell the way that they play, they really care about what happens with each other. And when you have a group of people who have been together, been through adversity, you know, they weren't 19-3 last year at this point. They've been through some adversity, and they've overcome it together. They've got something special for each other, and this is a special ball club full of seniors who care about each other.
Success breeds success, and when you begin to build your program like head coach Jada Williams has, and you have a season like you're having right now, you know, we're not done in this season. Still a lot of basketball to be played, but you're trending upwards. What does a senior class like this do for your program?
I mean, it's extremely impactful. It helps with recruiting, and it also sets a tone for how the team moves forward.
We're moving forward. Coastal Carolina has a few games on the road left in this season. Going to have a big matchup coming up at Georgia State. Now, Georgia State doesn't have the best record, but any road game in conference is difficult. Also, they're going to be at Georgia Southern before they're at Georgia State. So they're going to be in the Peach State for 2 straight games. It's Coastal Carolina as they try to finish off this one here in the fourth quarter. Tori Cash fouled, bringing the ball up the court. Going forward, going on the road, these next 2 games, road games, conference games for Coastal, can they remain focused? Can they take this momentum, which looks to be a huge win over the number 1 team in conference, on the road as they try to finish off their regular season?
Absolutely, and for those seniors, Like, you're really proud of this win, but it's another ball game, and you can't focus on it too much. Once you clean this one up, you celebrate it, and then tomorrow it's back to work. It's back to preparation. And when seniors get that, because they've been on the other side of that, and sometimes young players don't get that right away, but I believe the senior group is there mentally to be able to do that.
Rivers with the basket for Troy, 115-93 now. Coastal leads the Trojan. And you talk about it being just another game, getting this game out of their system. DJ Williams answers for 2. And Coastal Carolina, again, they're going to be tied for number 1 as Robinson knocks down the pull-up 3 in transition. Going to be tied for first place in the Sun Belt Conference with 2 road games coming up. And you mentioned it being another game. Before the game, DJ Williams and Caitlin Roche both told me that this was just another game.
Right.
I told them that it was a big game. They said just another game.
Right.
And spoken like a true player/coach.
Right? I mean, it's the mentality that you have to have. Otherwise, you can psych yourself out of it. I tell you what, DJ Williams.
She
impressive.
wants more. DJ Williams,
Impressive.
Euro step through a hater like Rondo. DJ Williams.
She's got to be at 50 or close to 50.
DJ Williams is having one of the best games in Coastal Carolina history. She is close, if not has broken the record for most points in a regular season game for Coastal Carolina.
I mean, goodness.
DJ Williams up to 49 points for DJ Williams. Oh, my God.
And
we are witnessing history in the making.
Oh, my gosh. And she's staying in the game because Coach Jada Williams she knows how hard DJ Williams has worked on her game, how much she means for this program, for this team.
DJ Williams wants 50 points, and Coach Williams is going to give her an opportunity as Robinson knocks it down. Jasmine Robinson trying to find her stroke. Too little, too late for the Trojans. Davis, cross court. Williams, pump fake, drive to the basket. Over to Esmond.
They don't know.
They're looking for DJ Williams. And Williams fouled on the jump shot. Williams going to the free throw line trying to get those 50 points.
Look, I don't care who you are and at what level you're playing. When it is in the league and in your conference and it is the number one team, number 2 team, and you go for 50, I'm telling you, man.
2 quarters.
Oh, my goodness.
2 quarters. 50.
DJ
Williams.
This is an impressive performance. And look, she's been tired because she's done it on both sides. It's not just an offensive. This is not a James Harden offensive output.
51 points for the senior from Moreno, California. DJ Williams as she goes to the bench. And you can see the excitement from her teammates. Moreno Valley's finest. DJ Williams, and her story is just tremendous. A cancer survivor, has fought back to not only be one of the best players in the Sun Belt, you can stamp her for one of the best players in college basketball.
Absolutely. She can play, and I tell you what, most impressed with what she does on both sides of the ball. She is a winner. She's not just a scorer, she is a winner.
Yeah, DJ Williams and the Coastal Carolina Chanticleers. 29.7 left here in this fourth quarter. This one's already pretty much wrapped up. Coastal leads Troy 124-101 as Kayla Robinson goes to the free throw line, shooting 2 for the Trojans. Now, after this game, if you're Coastal Carolina, you got these 2 road games. You want to finish up this regular season strong heading into conference tournament play because, as you know, top 2 teams in the conference start off in the semifinals in New Orleans. As you see there, 51 huge points for the senior, DJ Williams. How important is it for both of these teams to get pretty much just a double bye to start tournament play?
It's massive. It's massive because both of these teams have had great seasons so far, and to make it a little bit easier to get to that conference championship game is super important. So they cannot overlook these next 5 to 6 games that they have in conference. Troy's going to have to regroup, pick themselves up, get back to work. Coastal Carolina, you celebrate, and then you get back to work.
See, as the freshman Denson dribbles the clock out on this one. What a performance. And you see DJ Williams hyping up the crowd by DJ Williams and the Coastal Carolina Chanticleers as they knock off the Troy Trojans, knock them from their perch as the #1 team in the Sun Belt, 124-103. Colin, give me some words to describe this performance.
I'm thankful to be on this broadcast while DJ Williams goes for 51. What an inspiring performance from not just her, but the whole Chanticleer team. Really happy for Coach Williams, and man, happy to be a Chant.
Colin, before this game, again, I talked to DJ Williams, I talked to Caitlin Roche, two of the seniors, as you see Hamilton here. They said it was just another game. They proved it, and they took care of business here in the HTC Center. Coastal wins it in a romp, 124-103 over Troy. Colin Stevens